Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adam. On behalf of our killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you to Orca Stadium. Being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We are proud of what we do, and it is a privilege for us to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from these amazing animals. Now, more than ever, we are honored to share our relationships with the whales and what we have learned with all of you. And now, SeaWorld proudly presents Orca Encounter!
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
Waves roll
Trua, two members of our killer whale family, demonstrating their incredible size, speed, power, and complicated learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations of our guests to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you tonight.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Tonight, we'll see the whales moving together, in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team makes them the ocean's top predator. Scientifically known as Orcinus orca, but commonly referred to as killer whales, here at SeaWorld, we like to call them Katina, Nalani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo, our killer whale family. Makayo is our youngest whale at just 13 years of age, and our oldest whale is Makayo's mother, Katina, who this year we celebrated her 48th birthday. Yeah, Katina is also the matriarch or leader of our pod. SeaWorld's animal training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us. They even learn to take an active role in their very own health and well-being. But one of the first healthcare or husbandry behaviors that we train is a position in which we would ask for a voluntary blood sample. The whales learn to roll ventral or upside down and present us with their tail flukes. Not only does this give us a great view of their entire body, but it also gives us access to blood vessels that are easily seen on the white undersides of the tail flukes. Our veterinarians will collect a blood sample at least once a month, and the whales are trained to remain calm and relaxed throughout the procedure. As trainers, you'll commonly see us rubbing down or massaging the whales, whether on their backs, their pectoral flippers, or the tail flukes. The whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one way that we can reward them for remaining calm during procedures like this. It's also a great way for us to strengthen our relationships with the whales. Now, another important diagnostic is weighing our whales. And we're able to weigh the whales by asking them to slide their bodies up out of the water, but onto a giant killer whale-sized scale located in one of our adjacent pools. Now, you'll notice when our whales slide out of the water, like you saw in the opening of the presentation with Trua, that the portion of their body from the dorsal fin down to the tail flukes remains in the water. That's called the peduncle. It's the powerhouse of the killer whale. It's very muscular and very heavy. In fact, natural athletic behavior we see in all killer whales is the ability to lift that portion of their body with such force that they're able to completely turn before re-entering the water. So, in order to get an accurate weight of our killer whales, we simply ask them to raise that portion of their body up and out of the water. Training this posture ensures us that we get accurate information, and it allows us to know that our younger whales are growing properly and that our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to obtain in the wild. Some information, however, can only be gained through field research, and that's why SeaWorld partners with such research groups as the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to advance global education. We've learned that killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
All right, everybody, let me explain what's going on at this very moment. So you may have noticed that for a while there, I was talking about how we take care of our killer whales, about blood samples, about weights, and then we were leading into the next segment of our presentation, which we call the hunt segment. And it includes a lot of behaviors where we're asking the whales to make big splashes for you guys to get wet. Those of you in the soak zone, we're gonna ask them to throw a bunch of water on you. So we're building up to that big segment that we, and allowing them to splash you guys. And so what happened is the trainers asked the whales to go into the back area to get ready to go for that segment, and then the whales decided to swim away. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. Yes, it's very much okay. We use a type of training here at SeaWorld called operant conditioning through positive reinforcement. Now that's a mouthful. Let me explain what that means though, all right? Operant conditioning through positive reinforcement. That allows us to give the whales the choice as to whether or not they want to do any of these behaviors that we're asking them to do. So you guys saw an amazing opening segment with these two whales right here that are swimming in the front area here. This is Trua and Makayo. You saw them do breaches, you saw them do spy hops, you saw them slide up here and do all sorts of different behaviors there. Everything that you saw those whales do was 100% their choice. You may have seen our trainers giving hand signals. That hand signal that you see is our way of asking the whale if they would like to do that behavior. They, at that point, get to choose whether or not they do that behavior. If they choose to do that behavior, we're gonna say thank you. Now, how do you say thank you to a killer whale? Anybody wanna take a guess? You can give them some reinforcement. You probably saw them getting fish. You know, you could use the word reward here, of course, but we use the word reinforcement. That's the technical term in the training world, is reinforcement. So we give them fish, we give them back rubs, we give them jello, we can play with the hose and water play stuff. There's all sorts of different ways that we can reinforce our killer whales. But that is done when they choose to do the behaviors we're asking them to do. But by giving them that choice, they can also say no thank you by not doing that behavior. And that's what we've seen here with Trua and Makayo. So in this scenario, of course, number one, these are not robots, right? So we don't just hit a button and they do the thing and then we hit another button and they do another thing, right? They're not robots, they are live animals. So we always give them that choice. The other thing is, they're a lot bigger than us, right? So there really is no way that we could make them do these things even if we wanted to, right? So it's up to them to choose. So what we're doing right now, you see our trainers watching, and they're looking for an opportunity when, hi Jenny, everybody's waving now. Yes. So they're doing something very important. I have Nick here as well. We're all watching the whales, and what we're doing is we're looking for an opportunity when we see a change in the whale's behavior that will indicate to us that maybe they're going to be ready to move on to another segment of the presentation. So you notice they're swimming together right now. That's actually a pretty good sign that they're choosing to just be together. So that's probably not something between the two of them socially. These are very social animals. So it looks like we may have seen something that indicated that they might be ready to go on with a presentation segment here. So you see they hit the water with that target pole. Excellent. Oh, and I think we've asked them, oh, I've got to get out of the way. Okay. Ah! I know what's coming. You guys are going to get wet. There it is. Thanks for the warning, Lauren. That was just in time. Is it safe to go back? We're going on with the hunt segment. Okay, you guys, so we're going to try to go on with that hunt segment. Let's roll that music. on track. As you can see, killer whales are amazing animals, and they can eat several hundred pounds of food every day. Now in the ocean, their diet depends on where they live and the time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Beautiful
and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed Orca Encounter. Have an awesome year.